Good evening. I am here to swear you in this evening. Chief Kirk of St. Louis County Police Department, would you do me a favor, raise your right hand, please. Repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I am a citizen of the United States, that I will support the Constitution and laws of the United States, the state of Missouri, and the Charter and ordinances of St. Louis County. That I possess all the qualifications for employment as a police officer for St. Louis County. That I will faithfully demean myself as a police officer of the St. Louis County Police. So help me God. Thank you, guys. You got your words of advice from me earlier today. Stand by it, okay? I appreciate it. Proud of you. Thank you, sir.
And I have the honor of being the Basic Training Supervisor at the St. Louis County and Municipal Police Academy. I would like to welcome you to the graduation ceremony for our Police Basic Training Class 210. Please rise for the presentation of colors by the St. Louis County Honor Guard and the playing of the National Anthem. Afterwards, please remain standing for the invocation.
Present arms.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight
of colors. Left face. Forward march.
At this time, I would like to introduce Rabbi Shook, St. Louis County Police Department Chaplain, who will give the invocation.
Detail! Uncover! 2!
Eternal God, creator of us all, we live in two worlds, the one that is and the one that ought to be. In the world that is, injustice is routine, violence is ordinary, a few are willing to get involved. In the world that ought to be, injustice is never excused, violence is never accepted, and no one stands idly by while his neighbor bleeds. The people we celebrate this evening have made a momentous choice. By joining the ranks of law enforcement, they dedicate themselves to the sacred work of turning the world that is into the world that ought to be. Bless all those who have loved and nurtured our newest officers, their parents and siblings, their spouses and teachers. They are ultimately responsible for guiding the choices that have brought them to this time and place. For this, we are eternally grateful. Bless their academy instructors who, tasked with the awesome responsibility of preparing these new officers for the world that is, they are living proof that the ideal of the world that ought to be lives within them. For this, we are eternally grateful. Bless those called upon to lead, supervise, and inspire these officers. May they never lose their enthusiasm, dedication, and perspective. In this holiday season, we ask that you help all of us to share in the building of a world of justice and peace. And we say, Amen.
Detail! Recover! 2!
Audience, you may be seated.
Class, take seat!
On behalf of the Academy staff and the officers of Class 210, I would like to welcome our distinguished platform party, commanding officers, honored guests, family, and friends. It is my pleasure to introduce the members of our platform party. If you would, please hold your applause until all members have been introduced. At this time, I ask that each platform member please stand and remain standing as they are introduced. Beginning on my right, I would like to introduce Colonel Kenneth Gregory, Chief of the St. Louis County Police Department. Commissioner Thomasina Hassler, Chairperson of the St. Louis County Board of Police Commissioners and Chairperson of the Academy Board of Managers. Lieutenant Colonel Norman Mann, Commanding Officer of the St. Louis County Police Department and Secretary for the Academy Board of Managers. Colonel Larry Hampton, Chief of the University City Police Department and member of the Academy Board of Managers. Captain Stephen Tucker, Director of the St. Louis County and Municipal Police Academy and the Academy Board of Managers. Police Officer Michael Moore of the St. Louis County Police Department and Class Supervisor for Class 210. And Rabbi Shook of the St. Louis County Police Department Chaplains Program. like to introduce the St. Louis County and Municipal Police Academy staff. Again, please hold your applause until all staff members have been introduced. Police Officer Michael Moore of the St. Louis County Police Department and Class Supervisor for Class 210. Police Officer Ian Manalang of the Richmond Heights Police Department and Assistant Class Supervisor for Class 210. Police Officer Eric Sturr of the St. Louis County Police Department. Sergeant Andrew Hale of the Florissant Police Department. Police Officer Jonathan Zuckerman of the Creve Coeur Police Department. Police Officer Michael Coletti of the St. Louis County Police Department. Instructor Richard Tinter of the St. Louis County Police Department. And Mr. Michael Fagan, retired Assistant United States Prosecuting Attorney. At each graduation, a recruit is chosen to speak on behalf of the class. I would like to introduce Police Officer Jessica Hooks of the Ferguson Police Department, who has been selected to express her thoughts of Recruit Class 210.
Good evening, distinguished guests, instructors, family, friends, and fellow graduates. I want to start by thanking our instructors for always challenging us. You pushed us beyond what we thought was possible and helped shape us into officers who are ready to serve our communities with confidence and professionalism. There are 24 of us here today who have earned our badges. We started off as strangers, and many of us probably would have never crossed paths if it weren't for meeting at the St. Louis County and Municipal Police Academy. We've had a rough 26 weeks. There were times when we bickered back and forth, whether it was over someone leaving the jacket behind, or when we had to do 40 burpees because a pencil was left on the desk. And let us not forget about the famous Culver's incident, which I'm sure will forever live in our minds. We range in age from 21 to 47, male, female, parents, veterans, college graduates, gymnasts, and more. We've had many pause-worthy moments that made us question ourselves, laugh at the absurdity of the situation, or reflect on how far we've come as individuals and as a class. But through it all, we've supported each other, learned from each other, and grown together. Those experiences, both challenging and funny, have shaped us into a tight-knit group. We may have started as strangers, but today we stand here as colleagues and friends, bound together by a journey we've shared. And we are ready for the next chapter in our careers as law enforcement officers. Today is a day of celebration, but it is also a day of reflection. It is a moment for us to look back at the path that brought us here and to recognize the hard work, sacrifices, and dedication that each of us has shown to reach this milestone. It is an honor to stand before you today as we celebrate 26 weeks of hard work, perseverance, and sacrifice. It has been a journey, challenging, demanding, and at times overwhelming, but it has been worth it. On day one, I remember Officer Moore yelling at us, "If you like the person you are right now, leave, because this job's going to change you." And that it did. We started out as 39 recruits who were clueless and couldn't get anything right. But look at us now. By the way, Officer Moore, the email didn't say to respond, but I digress. We spent countless hours in the classroom, on the famous track, at the range, in the scenario house, and at late night study sessions. We've been pushed to our limits, physically, mentally, and emotionally. But with every challenge we faced, we grew stronger, more capable, and more confident in our ability to serve and protect. I think we can all agree that some of those challenges were unlike anything we've experienced before. From fighting through the burn of the OC spray, when the very air around us seemed to sting, yet we had to push forward, to the moment when some of us got hit with the taser. The shock of those moments made us feel like we were losing control. But we learned quickly that as officers, we must always maintain control of ourselves, our emotions, our actions, no matter the circumstance. But it wasn't only the physical changes that shaped us. Early on, we were told something that has stuck with me throughout this journey. Always leave people better than you found them. This simple yet profound piece of advice has become a guiding principle for me, and I know it has for many of us. Whether we're responding to a call in the heat of the moment or interacting with a community member in need, we have the power to make a positive impact. In a profession that is often stressful and unpredictable, we must remember that our actions, words, and even our demeanor can have a lasting effect on the people we encounter. It is a reminder that our work is not just about enforcing the law, but about lifting others up when they're at their lowest, offering support, showing empathy. In a world that can sometimes feel divided, leaving people better than we found them is a goal that will guide us, not just as officers, but as human beings. Today we stand at a threshold of a new chapter in our lives. We have earned the privilege of wearing the badge, and with that privilege comes an incredible responsibility. A responsibility to uphold the law, to act with integrity, and to serve our communities with honor. We must always remember that the badge we wear is not just a symbol of authority, but a symbol of trust. It is a trust we must honor every day with every decision we make. I want to take a moment to thank those who have supported us along the way. To our families, thank you for your unwavering support and sacrifices. To our instructors, thank you for your guidance and belief in us, even though sometimes I know we made it difficult for you. And to my fellow graduates, thank you for your camaraderie, or as some of us may say, commodity, and the teamwork we've shared throughout this journey. As we move forward into our careers, we know the road ahead will not always be easy. We will face challenges that test our resolve, our values, and our strength. But I have no doubt that each of us is ready to rise to the occasion. Class 210, let's go out and make a difference. Let's leave the world better than we found it. One person, one community, and one act of service at a time. Together we have the training, the skills, and most importantly, the heart to make a real impact. To my fellow graduates, my brothers and sisters, I am proud to stand here with you today. The journey is just beginning, and I know we'll do great things. Congratulations, and thank you. Since the start of our training on June 24th, 2024, my fellow recruits and I have learned about the inherent risks and dangers that come with being a law enforcement officer. We have been taught that every time we put on our uniform and badge, we are making a commitment to uphold the values of justice, integrity, and service, even in the face of danger and adversity. As we reflect on our journey so far, we are reminded of the sacrifices our fellow law enforcement officers have made. It is with heavy hearts that Recruit Class 210 is dedicated to the 58 brave men and women across our country who have lost their lives in the line of duty since we began our training. These fallen heroes made the ultimate sacrifice in service to their communities. Their bravery will not be forgotten. Among those 58 courageous individuals, 2 were law enforcement officers here in our great state of Missouri. Police Officer Felicia Carson, Osage Beach Police Department, End of Watch, August 31st, 2024. And Police Officer David Lee, St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department, End of Watch, September 22nd, 2024. As we continue our path into law enforcement, we carry with us the memory of those who came before us. We are inspired by their courage and dedication, and we are determined to uphold the values they stood for. Tonight, as Class 210, we stand together to pay tribute to our fallen comrades. May their sacrifice always be remembered, and may we strive to honor it in all we do.
Hooks. I will now ask Officer Moore to step forward and call roll for the presentations of certificates by Chief Kenneth Gregory and Captain Stephen Tucker. If you are presenting a certificate, please make your way to my right of the stage. I ask that you hold your applause until all certificates have been issued.
Class, attention! Left face!
Police Officer Derek Brooks, St. Louis County Police Department. Police Officer Aiden Byers, Ferguson Police Department. Police Officer Bridget Cleaver, St. Louis County Police Department. Police Officer Davis Foreman, St. Louis County Police Department. Police Officer Austin Freeman, St. Louis County Police Department. Police Officer Olivia Gambaro, St. Louis County Police Department. Police Officer Tarico Garrett, University City Police Department. Police Officer Jason Gramling, Hazelwood Police Department. Police Officer Charlie Goo, Chesterfield Police Department. Police Officer Tavion Hackney, Creve Coeur Police Department. Police Officer Brendan Hemby, Overland Police Department. Police Officer Jessica Hooks, Ferguson Police Department. Police Officer Kurt Hummel, Chesterfield Police Department. Police Officer Margaret McFatridge, St. Louis County Police Department. Police Officer James Mullaney, St. Louis County Police Department. Police Officer Eric Papuga, St. Peter's Police Department. Police Officer Trevor Sharoni, Chesterfield Police Department. Police Officer Jacob Sinaldi, St. Louis County Police Department. Police Officer Matthew Shields, St. John Police Department. Police Officer Benjamin Schimmel, Chesterfield Police Department. Police Officer Samuel Stanton, University City Police Department. Police Officer Owen Stoner, Chesterfield Police Department. Police Officer James Strevey, St. Louis County Police Department. Police Officer Kylie Swinney, Creve Coeur Police Department.
Left, fight!
At this time, I would like to present the police officers of graduating class 210. As class supervisor, I have the privilege of recognizing those members of class 210 who have achieved outstanding individual performances during their 26 weeks of training. Members of each academy class compete for top honors in 5 categories. Those categories being scholastic average, firearms, defensive tactics, physical training, and best overall recruit. Would St. Louis County Police Officer Austin Freeman please stand? Officer Freeman is receiving a certificate tonight for achieving the highest overall score in firearms training. Each recruit receives 105 hours of firearms training. At the end of that training, the recruit must pass a qualification course. In addition, each recruit must pass 2 combat courses, a night fire course, an off-duty weapon course, and a shotgun course. Officer Freeman's total score for all of these courses was the highest in the class. Congratulations, Austin. Would Hazelwood Police Officer Jason Gramling please stand? Officer Gramling is receiving a certificate tonight for being the best overall in defensive tactics. During the academy training, each recruit is given 78 hours of instruction in defensive tactics. At the end of this block of instruction, all recruits must pass a written and a practical examination. Officer Gramling completed the training with a score of 99.4%. Congratulations, Jason. Would St. Louis County Police Officer Bridget Cleaver and University City Police Officer Tarico Garrett please stand? I would personally like to acknowledge 2 amazing feats of physical fitness. During their PT final examination, Police Officer Cleaver completed the 1.5-mile run with a final time of 10 minutes and 21 seconds, beating the previous record of 10 minutes and 31 seconds. Police Officer Garrett completed the 1.5-mile run with a final time of 8 minutes and 6 seconds, beating the previous record of 8 minutes and 40 seconds. These documented times are now the St. Louis County and Municipal Police Academy's records for the fastest recruits ever in both the male and female 1.5-mile run category. My condolences go out to every suspect who attempts to run from them. Would St. Louis County Police Officer Olivia Gambaro please stand and remain standing? Officer Gambaro is receiving a certificate tonight for being the best overall in physical training. The physical training final exam consists of sit-ups, push-ups, and a 1.5-mile run. During the final exam, Officer Gambaro finished with the highest average in the class. Officer Gambaro is receiving a certificate tonight for having the highest academic average. During the 26 weeks of training, each recruit is tested on 12 academic blocks of instruction, each with a possible score of 100%. Officer Gambaro completed the training with an outstanding 96% average. Congratulations. Officer Gambaro will also be receiving the award for being the best overall recruit of Class 210. The Best Overall Recruit Award is the most coveted award given by the Academy. The award is determined by combining the results of all 4 categories just mentioned. Officer Gambaro scored high in all of these areas and has earned the honor of being Best Overall Officer for the class. Her name will be added to the plaque listing previous winners and will be displayed proudly outside the Sergeant Richard E. Weinhold Memorial Classroom. Congratulations, Olivia. In addition to the plaque, as the top overall recruit for Class 210, Officer Gambaro will be receiving a $1,000 gift certificate. The gift certificate is being donated by the Michael Langsdorff family and the St. Louis Hero Network to Ed Moore, a local police uniform and supply company. The Langsdorff family and St. Louis Hero Network helps honor the memory of fallen North County Cooperative Police Officer Michael Langsdorff, who was killed in the line of duty on June 23, 2019. They have been a generous donor to the St. Louis County and Municipal Police Academy over the last 2 years, as they have helped us upgrade and improve training equipment at the Academy. At this time, I would like to welcome Michael's mother, Bess Langsdorff, and Charlie Metzner with the St. Louis Hero Network to make the presentation. Congrats. Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, fellow officers, and most importantly, our graduates. It is a great privilege to stand before you today to celebrate an exceptional group of individuals who have chosen one of the most honorable yet challenging calls there is, to serve and protect their communities as police officers. Today, we recognize not just the completion of their rigorous training, but the beginning of their journey as guardians of peace, defenders of justice, and symbols of hope in our society. To the 24 police recruits sitting before me, congratulations. You have spent countless hours studying the laws, mastering procedures, and honing your physical and mental resilience. You have been tested, pushed, and challenged in ways that few understand, but you rose to meet those challenges. Today, you're no longer recruits. Today, you join the ranks of those who have dedicated their lives to keeping our streets safe and ensuring justice prevails. As you don your badges, I want you to remember that this symbol you wear represents much more than authority. It represents trust. The communities you serve are placing their faith in you, not just to enforce the law, but to do so with compassion, fairness, and integrity. You will be asked to make decisions in moments of crisis that will affect lives forever. These decisions will not always be easy, but you have the training and the heart to make them wisely. Policing is about people, about understanding the communities you serve, about building relationships. In the neighborhoods where you will work, you will encounter individuals who see the world a lot differently than you do. You will face situations that will test your patience and your resolve. But through empathy and respect, you can bridge the divides, fostering understanding, and create an environment where safety and justice go hand in hand. There is no denying that the job you're stepping into is difficult. Policing has changed, and the expectations placed on officers have never been higher. In the world today, your actions will be scrutinized, your decisions debated, This can be a heavy burden to carry, but I believe in your ability to meet this moment. To be the kind of officers who don't just enforce the law, but who set the standard for professionalism, compassion, fairness. Never forget the importance of integrity. The badge you wear comes with a great responsibility, and the trust of the public is something that must be earned every single day. You will be in positions where no one's watching, but it is in those moments that your character will shine the brightest. You will also face moments of danger, fear, uncertainty. There will be times when you are pushed to your limits, physically and mentally. In these moments, remember your training. We do not rise to the level of our expectations. We fall to the level of our training. Trust in your instincts and the values you swore to uphold, but also remember that it's okay to ask for help. The stresses of this job are real, and they can weigh on you. Lean on your peers, your family, and the support networks that are available to you. Taking care of your mental and emotional health is just as important as maintaining your physical strength. You are human, and acknowledging that vulnerability will make you a better, more effective, and efficient officer. As you step out into the field, remember why you chose this path. You're not just law enforcers, you're community builders. The relationships you form with people you serve will be some of the most powerful tools you have in creating safer neighborhoods. Take the time to get to know the people in your community. Listen to their concerns, understand their fears, and be the officer they can turn to in a time of need. In doing so, you will not only gain their trust, but you will help build a sense of partnership that is essential for effective policing. Today is a day for celebration, but it's also a day for reflection. The road ahead will not always be easy. There will be long nights, tough calls, and moments of doubt. But there will also be victories. Moments where you know you made a difference, where you changed someone's life for the better. Cherish those moments, for they are what makes this job so rewarding. In closing, I want to remind you of the incredible responsibility you now carry, but also of the great honor that comes with it. As you take your oath, remember the gravity of the promise you are making to serve with honor, to protect with courage, and to uphold the values of justice and fairness in every situation. You have been given the tools, the training, and the heart to succeed. And I have no doubt that you will rise to meet every challenge with the same determination and commitment that brought you to this moment today. Remember what I've always told you over the past 6 months. Always leave people better than you found them. Always leave people better than you find them. Tonight, I would like to thank you for allowing us to leave you a lot better than we found you. Thank you.
Would everyone please rise for the benediction by Rabbi Kusha.
Fire! Attention! Detail! Uncover! 2!
Gracious God, we ask your blessing on all who join themselves to our police family. We ask your blessing on parents and spouses who suffer the anxiety of waiting daily for the safe return of their loved one. We ask your blessing on children who struggle competing with the job for their parents' undivided attention. We ask your blessing on all those who make this academy strong, understanding full well that lives depend on their instruction and skill. We ask your blessing on the supervisors and commanders charged with the awesome responsibilities for lives and property. Most of all, we ask your blessing on our newest officers. Sustain them with the conviction that what they are doing is for the benefit of all and the hurt of none. Amen.
Details! Recover! 2!
Would everyone please remain standing as the police officers of Class 210 prepare for the retiring of the colors.
Left face. Retire the colors. Detail. Right face. Forward march.
Audience, you may be seated. This concludes our ceremony for this evening. Please remain seated until the platform party leaves and Class 210 is formally dismissed for the last time. Thank you for being here tonight.
Center, face! Forward, march! Center, face! Class! 210! Dismissed!
It's like school, but on steroids.
It's a beautiful thing. It is aggravating, but it's beautiful. It's great. 1925, back in service.